You are looking live at Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Tens of thousands of customers along the Atlantic coast are without power after Hurricane Nicole slammed into Florida as a Category 1 overnight. Nicole has since been downgraded to a tropical storm, but it is still packing winds of 80 kilometers an hour. The threat of storm surge and major coastal flooding is also a concern for state officials who provided this update moments ago.
You have downed trees, you have power lines, you have some road washouts, combined winds and storm surge. We've seen beach erosion.
Even if the eye has passed over your area, it may still be unsafe to go outside due to the heavy winds, flash flooding, and isolated tornadoes.
CNN's Ivan Rodriguez joins us now live from Jensen Beach, Florida, with more on this. So, Ivan, what has been Nicole's impact since making landfall overnight?
Arthi, good morning. Really what we saw leading up was up in Jensen Beach up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. Rain totals definitely were between the 3 to 5 inch mark. Right here where we're standing, we can see some of the impact that was left behind as Nicole has made its way now closer to the Tampa area, completely on the other side of the state of Florida. You can see right where I'm standing, this never was a beach. It was before raised up on a grassy hill, similar to what you can see behind me here to my right. It was all lifted up. Now the road that's crumbled into pieces next to me, it used to be right around my knee level, just completely now vanished into pieces. These wood planks standing right here, you can see 3 of them. This is only part of the picture that we're seeing all across this coastline. These came from the dock that was also right behind me as well, and this is a similar picture we're seeing all along. Right in front of me, I can see several docks belonging to the homes right across the street. And to give you a little bit even more perspective of the damage, take a look here. You can't really tell just by looking at it right away, but this is actually a palm tree that was completely unrooted. It used to stand just feet here on that grassy hill, now just sitting in the water. This staircase used to be connected and used to serve as a way for folks across the street to have access to the beach. And you can just tell the separation now that exists between the road and the staircase just completely now gone away. One of the biggest issues that we're still seeing here across Florida remains power outages. We know that latest numbers showing around 300,000 people still without power. Neighbors across the street tell me they still haven't had power since late last night, right before the hurricane made landfall.
An uprooted palm tree certainly demonstrates how strong those winds were. What can people expect as the now tropical storm moves through the state and beyond?
Definitely still a lot of rain heading into that area. Just because it did downgrade, it doesn't make it any less impactful for these areas. We're going to see that rain continue, and it's actually going to, once it gets near Tampa, turn back toward where we are and then head up to Georgia, South Carolina. It should be there, that storm-like conditions around Friday afternoon. So a lot of people are going to feel the impacts of really the remnants of Hurricane Nicole. And really, when you put it into perspective of just one hurricane, it really is more than that. And we've talked so much about the impacts, combining them both, Hurricane Ian and Hurricane Nicole. We heard going into Hurricane Nicole just so much about how people who were impacted by the flooding because of Hurricane Ian were also going to be impacted because of the flooding from Hurricane Nicole. And that is what we've seen so far. I actually spoke with a sheriff deputy about an hour ago, and she showed me pictures closer to the ocean side on the island, Hutchinson Island over there. There's actually homes that sit on top of garages pretty high up, and the garage level was completely taken out by the water. She tells me that owners told her the homes were built to sustain that kind of damage, so the home structure's fine, but the garage completely taken out. Other parts of the state further up, let's say Daytona Beach area, we've seen the damage there even before Hurricane Nicole made landfall. Just seeing all the storm surge and erosion taking place there, which was something that we did anticipate, but just being here in person really puts it into perspective just how much damage something like this can actually cause.
Extraordinary scenes coming out of Florida. Thanks for this, Ivan. That is CNN's Ivan Rodriguez in Jensen Beach, Florida.